this is your scene. First card is the Four of Cups. Second card is the Ten of Cups. Third card is the Seven of Cups. Lots of cups. And the fourth card is the Two of Wands. So I'll be pulling some clarifiers as we go along, but for now, let's jump into the scene. As I'm looking at the Four of Cups, my throat immediately kind of closed over a bit. This feels like someone who doesn't want to talk, specifically someone who doesn't want to talk about their feelings. And I feel like there's someone else who is trying to get this person to talk about their feelings. And they could be trying all sorts of things to try and get the person to open up, but none of it is working. It feels very kind of closed off, but it doesn't feel closed off in a like an angry way or anything. It feels as though whoever this is, the person who doesn't want to talk at the moment, is highly focused on something else, and it's like it won't make any difference at the moment what the other person does to try and get them to open up emotionally. It's like it's the wrong time for that. I'm not sure whether you are the person who doesn't want to talk about their emotions, or whether you're the person trying to get someone to open up. If it's you that's trying to get someone else to open up, then it's probably better that you give them space until they're ready, because at the moment it doesn't feel like there's any negative feeling. But I feel as though if you keep pushing the person to open up when they are not able to or don't want to for whatever reason, then it could ruin the connection. I'm feeling like the grey cloud that the hand is coming out of, that's sort of offering the cup, it's grey at the moment, but if it keeps getting offered when it's not required, it's like the grey cloud will turn to a black cloud and then it will start raining. It's like at the moment it's okay, but the person's just trying to let the other person know that they don't want to, or that they can't talk at the moment, and it's because they're intensely focused on something else. I'm not sure what that is, but we can see as we go along. In fact, what I'm going to do, because I don't know what it is, I'm going to do a clarifier for the Four of Cups now, instead of waiting until I looked at the other cards. Clarifier for the Four of Cups is the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like I feel as if someone's defending their right to not talk. It's a boundary, that's what it is. Someone is setting a boundary and someone else is kind of pushing the boundary. And neither of the people are feeling in a negative way about each other. I feel like this is it's like potentially a friendship, or it could even be a love relationship with all those cups. Could be a family. It's an emotional connection. But right now, one person has put a boundary in and needs time to focus on whatever they're focusing on. They may even just be focusing on themselves. I feel as if that's you. I feel as though it's you that's focusing on yourself. And there could be someone else that's trying to get you to focus on them, like open up emotionally to them, but it's like you don't want to share whatever process it is that you're going through with this person. You want to do it on your own. It's like they're not the right person. I mean, it might be nobody might be the right person. It's like you just need to focus on yourself. And that might be unnerving to people. So it's like they might be offering help when it's not needed. Their intention might be good. Like they're genuinely trying to offer help, but it's like you don't need it. And in fact, it's like it's acting as a sort of interruption to what you're trying to do, to focus on yourself. And so you're actually being different, I think. And this Seven of Wands is you putting a boundary in place. So it could be because there's all those other wands, like the person in the card is kind of defending themselves against all the other wands. There could be more than one person that usually kind of enters into your space or needs your energy, requires your energy in some way. You're not even being angry or anything like that. You're just completely focused on whatever it is that you're processing within yourself. It feels like you need the peace and quiet in order to do that. And you don't actually require anyone else to. It's like you don't want to talk it through with anyone else. You want to talk it through with yourself. And because there's a particular person who deals with things in a different way. So if they were going through something, they would find it helpful to talk it through with you, perhaps, or with other people. So they're finding it difficult to understand why you don't want to do that. But you're now defending your right to be the way you are and not have to respond the way they would respond. And the same goes for any other people that behave like that around you. I feel like you're doing it in quite a gentle way. Like you're just not doing what other people want you to do, but you're not being grumpy about it or you're not being rude about it. So let me move on to this Ten of Cups energy. Yeah, I feel like what you're trying to achieve is emotional well-being, like true, authentic joy and contentment. And in order to have that with other people, like with loved ones, friends, family, relationships, you've come to the understanding that you need to have it with yourself. It's like it's been a long time coming. And you're finally giving yourself the time and the space to create that peace within yourself. And on the other side of that, you'll be able to truly experience more consistent joy and peace and emotional well-being, which then, because it's the Ten of Cups, then will be able to be shared with other people again. It's as though the way that you were sharing it with other people before was draining for you because you were, it was like people were lining up with their empty cups and you were filling them. Whereas now you're filling your own cup. And then when you're ready to interact more fully with other people in an emotional way, it'll be much more authentic and there'll be much more love to go around and you won't feel as drained. Let's pull a clarifier for the Ten of Cups. Knight of Swords. I think the reason why you're holding this boundary is that you feel almost a sense of urgency about this. It's like maybe you're at a certain point in your life where you realise you've not got any more time to give, to overgiving. It feels like a sort of urgent feeling, as if you're like, I need to make these changes now. It's as if it's only you that can make the changes and it's only you that can put the boundary in. So it's like you've gone past the point of being scared of other people misunderstanding what you're trying to do. And there might be... The Knight of Swords is a good communicator. So I feel as though you might have already communicated your needs and then people are just kind of trying to push the boundaries because they're not used to you being that way. So then you've almost gone quiet, you've gone quiet, but you're still holding the boundary. So it's like you're not just talking about the boundary, you're actually sticking to it. Like you're actually enforcing the boundary. People might try and trigger you with their words or their opinions, or accuse you of being cold or detached, to try and pull you out of this inner work that you're doing. Because people aren't used to you suddenly not being as available as you were before. Or they're not used to you prioritising yourself. And again, this isn't it's not even in a nasty way. It's like they've just never experienced you like this before. And I don't think that you've given any indication, or much of an indication before, about how exhausted you were from having to like fill up everybody else's cup before your own. So in a sense, there's at least one person, and probably more, who have up until now been quite oblivious about it. So it's like you understand this, and you know that by sticking to this boundary, it will be worth it in the end, and people will understand once they see the results that it creates within you. And it's like you're at the point now where if people don't understand, then there's nothing you can do about that. Because you know, it's this sense of urgency again. It's like you know, because it's really affected you in some way to end up so drained. So you won't let that happen. It's like self-worth is being birthed within you, and you won't let that happen again. I don't know why I'm shuffling the cards again. I think I'll maybe take another clarifier for the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords before I move on to the Seven of Cups. So give me another clarifier for the Ten of Cups and Knight of Swords for Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like if you stick to this, you're definitely doing the right thing. If you stick to this, it's going to bring a real change of fortune. It's going to turn things around for you. And I think you have a really deep understanding of this, and that's why you're able to stick to the boundaries in a way that you haven't before, because you know that the outcome is going to be worth it. I think you're also working on something. It's like you're focusing on yourself. I feel as though there's also something you're doing, contemplating something, kind of coming up with an idea, or I think it's part of this sort of self-healing and self-worth energy is actually throwing up a whole load of options that you hadn't considered available to you before. So that Seven of Cups energy, that's what that feels like. It feels like, wow, when I actually prioritise myself and care about myself in an active way, like actually walk the walk, not just talk the talk of self-love and self-care, then it's like everything turns around and there's all these different options available. It's like you're learning about yourself and discovering what you actually like now, and what you'd like to do, how you'd like to be, what changes you want to make in your life. And you're just needing the headspace and the time to work that through silently without anyone else's opinions or needs or requirements interrupting that process, even if they're well-meaning. So let's have a clarifier for the Seven of Cups. Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel you've got everybody wondering and watching, trying to work it out, trying to work you out. I feel like that's actually just the way other people are behaving around you, trying to work you out and trying to find out about you, is almost just mirroring the inner work that you're doing, because you're trying to also work yourself out and find out about yourself. So the more that you go into that process and find more clarity, then everyone else around you will likely calm down and find more clarity as well. It'll all become clear. Let's have another clarifier for the Page of Swords. The Fool card. Yeah. It's like you're creating a fresh start for yourself. You're creating a new beginning. And everything that feels maybe confusing or opaque at the moment for you and for maybe people around you will feel more open. It's like you might be appearing closed off, but you're needing to be closed off at the moment for the inner work that you're doing. So when you move through that more, eventually you'll be able to open up more. That energy of the Fool, kind of open-hearted. So it's just a temporary phase where you're feeling this tension between you and other people, but it's an underlying tension rather than there's no aggression in it. It's just something that has to happen at this point. And I think it's a good thing that you're able to do this for yourself without feeling guilty or that you should be doing something else. It's like you've already achieved some level of acceptance and you feel empowered enough to continue giving yourself the time that you need to work through this stuff. It's like you're really motivated to turn things around, and time seems to be playing a part in that. It just feels like you feel a sense of urgency, as though that's it and enough's enough. And again, not in a kind of angry way, it's just like something's activated in you where you're like, no, I have to see it through this time. I have to make the changes, discover who I am now, and kind of like teach people how to be around you as someone who can receive as well as giving, as well as give. Because it might be that a lot of people have been used to you just being the version of you that is giving all the time. And so there's like this recalibration going on so that everything feels more balanced, and people will get used to it. It just might take a little bit of time. So the Two of Wands, yeah, I feel like this is you putting these changes in place because there's something that you want. Something that you've got your heart set on for the future, and having that goal or intention, and you're realising that you need to make these changes now, or you might lose out on that goal, whatever it may be. It's like that's a motivating factor in sort of pushing you to go further with this inner work than you ever have before. Let's have a clarifier for the Two of Wands for Aquarius. Judgment. Yeah, it's like you've had a wake-up call. It's like it's like you've realised you want something, or you've got this goal that you want to achieve, and it's like a wake-up call, with the realisation that if you want to achieve that, become that version of you, then you need to start making these changes now, because time is of the essence in some way. Take one more card to finish off. Four of Swords, yeah. So that's just clarifying that this is a time for you to reflect and press the pause button so that you can be creating these inner changes and taking the outer actions that are involved in making these changes stick. And it's like this reading feels like an indication that you already know this. It's almost like a confirmation reading that it's exactly right to take this time out to reflect, to meditate, to focus on yourself. And then you'll emerge back into interacting more fully and being more available for other people when you feel that you've established more solid ground with these changes that are happening, that you're discovering and creating within yourself.